Hey everyone, how's it going? My name is Sami. I'm an AmeriCorps member here in Pittsburgh. AmeriCorps is a national service program that lets me come into a community for the better part of a year to serve people like you. Fortunately, I've been asked by the 412 Youth Zone to make these educational health videos. Now, we've been living in some pretty tough times, and even though we're many months into this thing, it can be really hard to figure out how to stay healthy, active, and safe when things change so quickly around us. So in this series, Day After Day, we're going to learn to take things one day at a time while we pick up new skills to stay healthy through nutrition, active through different ways to exercise, and safe while we understand the COVID-19 pandemic together. In today's episode, we're going to learn how to get up and go. Building a healthy routine is so valuable to living energetic and happy. Granted, not everyone needs a routine, and my routine's most certainly going to look different than a routine that you might put together. But we're going to go through what I do on a typical day, just to give some ideas on what you could do. Now, before we begin, I want you to think, what's the very first thing you do every single day? I start every day off by drinking a little bit of water. The reason I drink a little bit of water is so I kickstart my day feeling good for the rest of the day. There are so many benefits to drinking water, and it's okay if that's not the first thing you pick, but you should stay hydrated. Some of the benefits of drinking enough water include really good heart health. It's good for your heart because the more fluid you have in your body, the less your heart needs to work to do its job properly. The second benefit is that it's really good for your joints. So the fluid that's in between your bones, acting as a lubricant for the movement, is made mostly of water. So the more of it you drink, the better they work. The third thing is that it's really good for your kidneys. Your kidneys act as a filtration system to all of the bad stuff and the good stuff in your body. And the more fluid you have, the better it works. So it cleanses your body inside and out. And the fourth thing is that it's really good for your skin. So it gives you a chance to really capitalize on the beauty sleep you just got. So there's no wonder drinking enough water in the morning will help you feel good for the rest of the day. I can remember a time earlier in the pandemic where it felt like climbing out of bed was like climbing a mountain. Have you ever felt like that? If you have, it's okay. For me, I used to roll out of bed, pick up my phone, go to Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and then I'd find myself on TikTok for a couple of hours. When I was done, my morning was gone. The only way I overcame that habit was by filling the time with a good routine. The best way for me to form that routine was by starting small. I put the bottle of water by my bed at night, and I drank water for 3 days in a row. On the third day, I felt a big burst of energy. That energy made me feel really good, and it motivated me to do it again. It's so important that you find what motivates you. It could be a good feeling, or it could be other people that you are doing something good for. Regardless, finding what motivates you will help you put a positive twist on what might look like a cloudy day. For now, I gotta go get some breakfast. Hey, how's it going? So before we get moving for the day, I want to start talking about some nutrition. What did you have for breakfast today? If it's the afternoon, what did you have for lunch? And if it's evening, what did you have for dinner? I'm only going to talk about breakfast today, but for me, I eat the same thing almost every day. I do mix up the flavors so it doesn't get boring, but I start off with some yogurt. I mix some granola into it. Then I have 2 spoonfuls of peanut butter that I wash down with a hot cup of coffee. And then I try to have some fruit, either a banana or an apple. Making sure that you get your proteins, your dairy, your grains, your fruits, and your veggies throughout your day is going to give you the energy you need to make sure that you're not dragging your feet. That's so important to just feeling happy. Now, we're going to talk about nutrition a lot more in a later episode, but for now I want you to think about it. And I want you to think about what you've eaten today and what you might try to eat tomorrow. For now, I'm going to have a quick snack before a short workout. Hey, I love doing yoga in the morning. Yoga is one of those excellent workouts where I get to have my blood start pumping and I get to de-stress simultaneously. Granted, before the pandemic, I used to love just going to the weight room, but for the sake of being safe, I'm making do with something new. Are there any activities that you like to do for exercise? Or is there anything you'd like to try? If there is, put it into the comments. Otherwise, we're definitely going to talk about this more in one of our later episodes, as we find some creative ways to stay fit. For now, I really want to go on a walk today. It's a beautiful day outside, and fall is just turning the corner. And I like to make the most of it on a peaceful walk through the woods sometimes. So if you'll join me, make sure you bring your mask. Hey, glad you could join me. So, exercise can definitely take many different shapes. Some people like to go running, others weightlifting, for some yoga, and you can even just go on a walk, maybe around your block or through the woods. Whatever you choose to do, it just needs to be something that gets your blood pumping. What was the last time that you felt really excited to get moving? Really think about it for a second. So, when you thought about it, did you think of a really close friend? Maybe it was just really convenient to get out of the house for a day. And it might just be that the weather was extremely nice, like today. There was a time not too long ago where I just felt really cooped up, and finding something to get moving is the best way to kind of get over that loop that you find yourself stuck in sometimes. And in today's new normal, we gotta find ways to stay active. So, when you get that burst of motivation next time, all we can do is try to seize the moment to take a single step. In these times, it can be a challenge to stay healthy, active, and safe while we adjust to this new normal. I hope that while you watch this video, you learned something new. And if you didn't, that's totally fine. I really just want to see that you got excited about something. It's so important that we take the time to take care of ourselves during the pandemic. Whether that means leaving a bottle of water by your bed or going for a run late in the afternoon. Building good routines to replace the habits you'd like to change all starts with baby steps. It's okay if you don't feel like you have the energy at one point. Seize the moment and make the most of what you have. Throughout the course of this series, we're going to make videos that teaches you about nutrition, activity, and safety in the COVID-19 era. Together, we can move forward with hope in the future, and we'll learn to make the most of our current situation. I want to thank the 412 Youth Zone and AmeriCorps for this opportunity, and I want to thank all of you for tuning in today. I really hope to see you next time, and before we leave, I want to challenge you. I challenge you to leave a bottle of water by your bed every night for the next 3 nights. And if you feel really good on the 3rd day, I challenge you to do it again. With that said, I hope you all have a great week and take care. I hope to see you next time.